Mayhem. Always lit. With SVG's #1, Too Cool Chris.
Dim. 9 o'clock. You ever realize when Luke in here, everything's run like real nice?
But listen, a little while ago.
You're not thinking the same
A little
thing.
while ago, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Why? Everything running on time this morning.
Everything on time. Everything, you know. You see, and this is the same thing I was saying. It was what, last week, what, Thursday? When you make a big to every watch. Not one problem here this morning.
Yes.
Every time Luke in here.
And then he goes, well,
Everything
nice
right
and says, we make
And
it
then
so.
come and do it. So this tells you something.
St. Vincent, that was your
That's a fun fact for the day.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Let's see a little bit of Mayhem's dirty laundry.
Yeah, fun fact. I am sitting down here. I am
For
like,
those who don't know, Luke blames us for
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
me when it's here, no.
Yeah.
Look how easy
The
this
lives,
happened.
the lives running on time, the reads
Watch
running
how
on
easy.
time, the ads.
I bet you. Whenever he come back, like he stop walk. Whenever he come back, you go see problems again.
And you know what this really says? Luke is probably the biggest chatter
Oh God!
In the
of
room.
all of us.
Yep.
Because there's can't finish a sentence.
It's just yip yap.
And oh no! Somebody needs to take out the battery.
Ah boy.
All right, guys, what are we talking about right now? We're talking about
Boy.
the story that's coming out from the fishing community surrounding St. Vincent and the Grenadines waters. I'm reading this here from One News SVG.
I nearly thought that was Luke.
Right?
I said, boy, all three of we got sent home one time.
The article says SVG fishermen on edge after lethal kinetic strike on vessel in SVG's waters. It goes on to say some fishermen across the Vincent and the Grenadines say they are on edge after witnessing a large explosion in the Caribbean Sea. Fishermen in the southern Grenadines reported the blast on Friday, February 13th, 2026, with a second incident occurring on the same day between St. Vincent and St. Lucia. The first strike occurred northeast of Canawan, several miles out. The second reported incident, believed to be a strike, is reported to have taken place northeast of Owea, St. Vincent. The second incident involved a small vessel with two 115 HP Yamaha engines and two persons on the boat. Both individuals are still missing. Details of the incident remain under investigation, but the United States Southern Command has confirmed conducting one fatal kinetic strike in the Caribbean Sea on Friday, the 13th February.
Is this from which news source?
One News.
Wow.
Yeah. On its official website and Facebook page, the U.S. Southern Command stated on February 13th, at the direction of the command of the U.S. Southern Command, the commander of the U.S. Southern Command, General Francis L. Donovan, the Joint Task Force Southern Spear conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations. Intelligence confirmed the vessel was transiting along known narco trafficking routes in the Caribbean and was engaging in narco trafficking operations.
Now, if all of that is true, and that missile strike happened within Vinci, Lucian, Grenadian waters, or maybe even on the outskirts of it, that's a serious implication.
Well, let me finish the article. The command goes on to say 3 narco terrorists were killed during this action. No U.S. military forces were harmed. They also say the mystery, however, surrounds the second incident, which was not reported by the U.S. authorities. Wreckage and body parts found floating in waters between St. Vincent and St. Lucia have raised questions about whether the vessel suffered a kinetic strike, and if so, whether some strikes go unreported. The wreckage of the vessel discovered in those waters indicates that it was a Lucian vessel. There's also a video attached. The U.S. has conducted what is described as narcotics trafficking strikes in the Caribbean Sea since 2025 as part of an operation to stem narcotics trafficking from Venezuela, or to stem. I don't know. Yeah.
This had reports of body parts.
Yes, body parts.
Another story I read said that there were no reports of bodies.
Man, look, I truly believe, and again, this is just me, that they have no evidence that them boat is drug boat.
I feel so too.
They're just blowing up boat.
And you're saying
willy-nilly.
known trafficking routes. This is what's bugging me.
Yeah,
we are a community separated by water. We have used the seas to survive, to do commerce for generations. right? How you just gonna speculate and say that is a known trafficking route, a known narcotics route? Sorry,
the Caribbean is a known narcotics route.
Yes, but there's also
I don't know how if you could tell from where you are who has drugs on the boat or not.
Exactly. You're not stopping and searching nobody. You just sending a missile. Boom, man. What?
And I'm gonna say on top of all of that, the punishment for trafficking drugs
is not death.
It's not death.
Whoever put that article there to try and make a sub story there, I just damage control. They realize they're doing stupidness. I honestly do not believe that they know for sure, for certain, at them boats they're carrying drugs. They don't.
Well, on St. Vincent Times, they also go on to say the U.S. resumed boat strikes in late January after largely backing off from attacking boats in the region following the U.S. military's January 3rd kidnapping of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
I sorry, I ain't believing them things there. Them America afraid of it. Morning.
Morning. I have a couple of questions and I joined up an email to send to the necessary authorities about that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of the terrorist group that they say using that water? Because they use one thing they start to use the word terrorist there.
Yeah.
We do so on a bunch of other stripping, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope CARICOM leaders is coming together and join up some kind of question to ask. Secondly, if that's a known drug trafficking path, how long have they been monitoring that path?
Good question.
Deal with a known drug trafficking path.
Yeah.
And I read in the article, they started in 2025. It's 39 boats. They claim they mash up, they blow up.
Yeah.
39, isn't it?
39. Yeah. Countless lives.
But we only hear about 9 or 10. We have to the other 30. If you only hear about 10, we have to the other 20.
I would like it to also add to that. Why is lethal force being used? When the cargo ship pulled up,
then.
I think it was in New York, that was owned by the big bank. I ain't gonna call no bank name, but the big bank. When them find the tons of bricks on that boat, up to now, me here, nobody get arrested for that. So why are they using lethal force on fishing boats?
I mean,
okay then. I join up, and then the closest drug trafficking route is between from Mexico to America. I mean, see them kind of thing going on over there. Well, me hearing about them. But I join up an email to forward to my necessary congressman and see how far it will go. You know, but the card is unacceptable down in our water, to be honest.
Well, I think it'd be interesting to know as well how CARICOM feels about it, because remember the other strikes that we've heard about were off Trinidad, Venezuela.
Yeah, between Trinidad and Venezuela waters.
And the Honorable Kamala Prasad Besasar kind of gave her blessing on the U.S. military conducting
their
operations in the waters. I haven't seen anything to suggest that the rest of CARICOM has given that blessing for their waters.
No.
Unless
they have privately.
Nah.
They're going to do something like that private.
Much like the Cuban doctor thing.
But would they want to do that privately? I would think that you're going to want to make up song and dance about it, so at least they know, well, look, this could happen to you.
No, but imagine, right? Imagine you're being bullied, but you don't want to let your people know that you're being bullied. Right? Remember, the first thing, in reality, it is bullying. It's the big fish, little fish concept. When the several Caribbean islands decided to agree to take deportees from the U.S., whether they come from all countries or not, you're bullied into doing it.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't volunteer to say, oh yeah, okay, we'll take some. We'd like to take some. Whatever it is happened, they twist your arm. You decided, boy, it's cheaper we take it than to fight it. So be it. Now we see it with the Cuban doctors. I don't think there was an issue with it before. I've never heard any of the governments really complain about it. They decided to phase them out. The US are also clamping down more on Cuba. So be it. That's bullying again. Do you want now to come back to your people to say, oh, they're going to be doing missile strikes in our water?
Bro.
It's a hard thing to come to people to tell them, huh?
Yeah, but for countries that
have fishermen,
survival relies on the waters,
you should at least say something. If that's what's happening.
Yeah, if that's what's happening, something has to be said. Whether you okay it or not, something has to be said. Because you can't come and tell my family, Genie the fisherman, I gonna go pull my lobster pot them. I get blocked and nothing.
Somebody says
Possible.
here, ST2. Okay, right. That's a bad one, right? All they need to STFU. D.
What's the D for?
D.
No, he's saying the US know more about the three of you
No, that ain't true.
than you know about yourselves.
That ain't true.
Who's that?
They know
US
all.
nothing about me.
They know all where all the drugs flow. CARICOM doing ish about it. So let the people work. In the end, all Caribbean will benefit. Stop being hypocrites.
That
You
is
want to get rid of
somebody-
crimes. Yet when someone takes a hard stance, y'all balling like idiots.
Anyways.
Yeah, this somebody just believing.
Is that somebody with like a real name or like one of those fake names?
That's a fake name.
Okay.
I don't know.
I figured.
But don't get US. I don't know. But
No, the US could probably know more about you than your thing. But the reality is, right? We have sovereign waters. People not supposed to be coming into your
sovereignty counts
waters.
for nothing then.
People shouldn't be coming into your waters and conducting military operations that kill people without there being some
That is
level
not
of
the
permission.
way the justice system works.
And you think that person don't know that?
That is a war crime.
Yeah, but it's easy to say, well, let it be because you have nobody connected to it
Yeah, until
right? Because I'm not gonna sit here and feel and say like, boy, the US is without flaw in their military operations. They've been accused of doing a whole heap of things that are inhumane.
But who pulls them up for it?
There's nobody to pull them up
Nobody
for
to
it,
pull them up.
right? So it's not beyond reason that the US could make a mistake from their drones
But you see,
and kill innocent fishermen.
when people go down that road, they just because they believe in the US rhetoric that they're the world police and they're always right. They're not always right.
What's the big difference between a fishing boat and a drug boat? I'm pretty sure they use fishing boats to move drugs.
Why
as
are
well.
fishermen afraid to go out on the sea? Just ask yourself.
I'd be intimidated.
I must be.
I can't defend against it.
I must
This
be.
is not like the Coast Guard pulling up on you and searching your boat.
If you want to do something,
This is 1 second I'm alive and 1 second I'm
I'm
not.
dead. Send your big Coast Guard cutter,
Mhm.
right? When you see these boats, you apprehend them.
Yeah.
You do a search.
Exactly.
If found carrying the stash,
You
you're
lock them up.
arrested.
Right.
It's done.
It's
How
done.
how? Tell me the US can't do that.
But the thing is, this is probably cheaper.
To kill, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, cheaper.
It depends.
No, it's not.
Because
If
it's
you-
not a
Them
missile.
missiles ain't cheap, bro.
No, but imagine you have to pay
a
crews
carrier,
of
yeah.
people to just be
Yeah,
constantly there.
on the sea, and
But you have to pick crews of people to send wherever to send in the
do that. I
missile.
could do that from the States.
Yeah.
It's another thing to have to deploy boats.
Boats. that
Bro,
are-
but it's boats. Where take the missiles coming from?
what they're watching, I
It's
guess,
boats. It's not just a
is
drone
because-
come from Arizona, fly come down here. And it's boats sending the missiles, bro. Yes, the
Yeah.
kinetic strikes are being conducted from boats, not drones.
Either way, it's probably cheaper. I'm gonna guess it's cheaper to
Yeah,
do
it would be
that.
cheaper to take a carrier and gas it up.
It's cheaper to also do that.
Crew.
and
Something
then
needs to be done.
then
Something
have
needs to be said.
to feed people in jail, etc. Anyways, the fact is, if it's happening and our government is silent on it, that to me is a red flag. So someone needs to come out and say, well, then it's not true. No strikes happen in our waters. Or if it is true, come out and tell us what's happening. What's the arrangement between us and the US?
What's the dealio?
Yeah.
But hey, what you gonna do?
What you can do
Anyways.
is you just watch it hit you.
What you gonna do, boy?
What you can do, man?
What you gonna do, boy? You gotta do some commercials and come back.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $30 a month. It's